Hi, so this is my unboxing and setup on the 5-speed bench drill press that Northern Industry makes. It's sold through Northern Tool. It's a half horsepower, 120 volt. It has basically a 2-inch stroke. And I have my tape measure here for anybody who's interested, because of the fact that multiple times I sent Northern Tool different customer requests and things like that, and they would not tell me what the depth was from the center of the bit over to the shaft coming down in order to tell what distance I had. So I've decided that was really important to me, and I really wish I could have known it before I felt comfortable. But they go on sale for about $45 off on a regular basis, so I figured I'd try one. So here we go, let's unbox it. So let's see what we can find here. Pack of chiclets, always good. Batteries, assuming that must be for the laser inside. User's manual. Handles, some sort of knob, the other knobs and stuff. Platform. Very good, high quality cast iron. Definitely been machined. It's not exactly smooth, kind of like if you went over a decent bit of steel with about 80 grit sandpaper. Base yet again. Same idea, about 80 grit sandpaper type feeling. Cast iron. It's not really the 1/4 inch thick that they advertised. A little bit over an 1/8 maybe. But definitely not the 1/4 inch thick that they advertise if you talk to customer support. As you can see, the main body of it, definitely well wrapped. The padding around the outside is amazing. No wonder they felt like shipping it in just this box. Small little box. Looks like odds and ends. Chuck key. Looks like the actual chuck itself. Throw the box away. There we go. Pole itself is made out of, looks like 2-inch brush type steel, and the tube is a seamless tube. Oh, no, there's the seam. It's just very well done. You can't see it on the inside, but you can see it just a little bit on the outside. And stainless steel base. Little uncomfortable with the gear ridge. It actually looks to be aluminum of some sort. Some sort of cast metal. It's definitely not steel. Motor assembly I'm going to set on the floor behind me. We'll build the base and we'll put it on after. Interesting thing to note, the directions specifically make a reference to 5/16. Apparently they wanted to try and make sure you knew it was supposedly American made. Well, that's curious. The directions specifically state that it's a 5/16, but apparently it's actually a 1/2 inch. Okay, so here's your platform. In order to assemble this, first you need that pin that goes through the back hole, and you just simply screw that in like so. Now we need to install our worm gear, which goes inside here. That's this piece here. This is dropped in. Takes a couple of tries. This is dropped in and pushed through. Then you take your handle. You'll see that there's a bolt in it. Well, rather an Allen set screw. You'll need to loosen that. Slide that down on the flat side and then tighten it back up. If we take our column piece off from earlier, slide that up. Alright, so now we take our column set piece, we undo that. Remember which direction this goes. Pull that up. Lay it in so that it's the top of the gear. There we are. Now the tricky part is to set it on and drop the whole assembly on at once. And if you've done it right, you should now be able to rotate and go up and down. So now we take the collar, we slide it back down on. And tighten it. Now we should be able to go up and down without it moving too much. After going up and down once or twice, you'll notice that it will shift and you need to readjust. Now try it again and see if it settles in. There we go. Once you get it at the desired height, tighten it on the back. Now it's locked in and won't move. Just so it's out of the way, to put the head on, we're going to loosen it and drop it all the way to the bottom. Alright, so keep in mind this does weigh in at a good 40 pounds easily. It's a cast iron build, plus the giant motor on the back. It's a good 40 pounds. Need to undo the set screw. Then from there we lift it up and put it on. It has 2 dowel pins on the inside. It'll drop down, and from there it won't go down any further. So line it up as best you can. Put that set screw back in. Is how to put the chuck on. It's a compression chuck. And double check it, make sure there's nothing here. Set the chuck up on. And you can do it a couple of different ways. You can use a 2x4 with a hammer. I prefer a lead hammer, weighs 7.5 pounds of dead blow force, and you won't mess anything up. If you'd like, I'll put a link up in the top corner so that you can be able to make one yourself. All good, never coming off. Handles are pretty simple. Mine, for some reason, were glued together by the rubber. Had to cut them apart, not quite as pretty now. But they just simply screw in. Okay, so it comes with 2 batteries. That's for the laser. So in order to get that up and running, on the bottom of this switch there's a small little divot. You need to press that in and lift up and then pull down, and it comes out. Drop in your 2 AA batteries. The socket for these batteries is really crummy. It doesn't fit well. I actually had to go and cut out a little piece of plastic that was in the way for manufacturing. You have to put the top in first and then click it in, and at that point, if you can see it, there's lasers. They come in a crisscross. So the real question that everybody has to ask, and that customer service would not give me for an answer, is what the depth is from here to this back piece. And the answer to that question is 5 inches, which is not listed anywhere in the user's manual. It's not listed anywhere on Northern Tool's website. And it's not listed anywhere on the box. So for those that ask the question, there's your answer. The user's manual in the box, they all say that it's a working area of 7 inches, which is true. It is a working platform of roughly about 7.5 inches. But the actual depth itself is only 5 inches. So keep that in mind if you're purchasing one of these. Hope you enjoyed my video. Have a good day.